And there's something to be said about, like, again, dressing really well, looking sharp, looking the part. You know what I mean? We know this from like networking events. When you walk in and you're all very well dressed, you're already exuding a lot of confidence. Like, people are just
Yes.
you're beaming in a way.
Yeah. And people want to go talk to you, and you want to go talk to these
Mm-hmm.
people. Again, it creates conversation. And I find those people interesting. Like, I'm like, okay, tell me about it.
Approachable,
Yeah.
easygoing. It
Yes.
just makes everything easier, everything much better. All right, here we go. Another episode of Canada on the Rocks. I am your host, Paddy Couder with Sutton Group Ottawa. And today I am joined with one of my friends, Michelle LeBlanc from OH Style. All right, so somebody brings you in, they hire you, so after that sort of first assessment, what do we look at after in terms of shopping, in terms of assessment for the wardrobe? What does that look like?
Yeah, so exactly. Like, we go to the home, we see what's missing, we talk about budget, talk about certain brands that they may love or dislike. Then, yeah, I take them shopping. We work with the budget, we work with what they have, and then I create something that goes well with whatever they already have at home to complement. And yeah, we just build from there. Like, we work a lot with packages, so we have like a more basic one where we might go shopping twice and then send like some supporting documents about color analysis and things like that, just knowing yourself, knowing your
Yeah.
shape, knowing your colors. And some people, they go a little bit longer. Let's say they've changed completely, either they've lost weight or they're changing careers, and not very many things reflect who they are. Like, they don't have that, that base. Then we'll probably go shopping 3 to 5 times, again, to find what we're looking for. And that will switch seasons as well, because logistically, we'll go and then we'll go a month later and then a month later. So then we're covering a couple seasons. So you have more, you're filling up that wardrobe for the year. And then some people hire me the third package, which is a little bit bigger, and some people just go, I need you for the full year. I hate shopping. I don't want to have anything to do with it. Go get all my clothing. You know what my closet looks like. Bring everything here. We'll try it. We'll return it.
Yeah.
And we'll build from there.
And the other thing
Yeah.
too, and this is where, again, I have to be a little bit, I'm sharing something here with people. The ADHD kind of kicks in where, like, you're not really sure. We've talked about this. We have some sort of color combination, and I know that, this suit goes with this or this pants go with that blazer. Do we leave like a little bit of a cheat sheet? What do you do in that situation?
I do. Like, sometimes, let's say I'm at your house and we try a couple things. Like, I really love this. I'm like, okay, I take a picture of you. I send it to you. So that's your reference. Otherwise, in the Pinterest board, there are color combinations that you can try. And when people hire me, honestly, I am their stylist and I'm there to serve. So if they have an event, they text me, hey, Michelle, my blue shirt, does it go with the purple pants, these earrings, these shoes? And I go, yes, no. Put it on, take a picture, let me know. And then if it doesn't work, I don't know, swap
No,
this,
don't
do
like
that.
it.
Don't like it. Absolutely not. Set it on fire. No, I'm kidding. Sometimes, and then I go swap it for this. It'll look much better. And then they're like, wow. Yeah. I do assist for some people as well. Again, when they hire me, if they need me for a little bit of extra work, I provide that as well. It's called personal
Definitely
styling for a
pays
reason.
to be Michelle's friend.
Yes,
So let's go with the whole I don't like it, throw it in the dumpster thing. Let's give me a bit of a story. We don't have to mention names.
No,
we don't have to
no,
mention anything.
no.
I just want some of the nightmare stories that you've seen.
Of course. And again, it's all about where the person is at. And that's where I love to see people bloom and just become a better version of themselves. Because again, I was in a closet late last night, so I'll use that as a reference. I picked up something and I went, really? Who's this for?
You gonna wear this?
I have a little bit of sass to me. So who's this for? Well, laughter, like, oh, yeah, that was me 5 years ago. I don't even look at it.
Yeah.
If you don't look at it, it might be for somebody else. It could help a family that's coming here, or, you know what I mean? We can definitely donate all of that for someone who will actually wear it.
For sure. And,
Yeah.
on that note, guys, if anyone ever wants to donate anything, you just let me know. I'll pick it up for you. We do this quite often as far as pick up and drop off for a lot of folks that are coming in
Yeah.
the country. And,
Amazing.
it's something that we want to be involved in at any time. Done that multiple times with Sarwar. We're going around the
Yes.
city, just picking up stuff,
Yeah.
putting it in the back of the car, and then delivering it. Don't worry about it. Just put it in a baggie. Once a month, we'll pick it up, kind of
Yeah.
thing.
And some organizations are great too, like I drop a lot of stuff at Thrive Select. They work with Big Brothers, Big Sisters. It's right next to my gym. I drop a bunch of bags there once in a while, but I like to donate to places where I know it's going to go a good place, because sometimes you can donate somewhere and they will sell it for more expensive.
Correct.
So
Correct.
it's not
And there's
really
also
going
other
to
places
the right.
like Dress for Success and
Yeah,
all
of
of those
course.
other
Yeah, yeah,
organizations
yeah.
that you can definitely donate to.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Value Village,
No,
to be honest.
no, no.
Because,
They will
it's-
sell
it's-
a Walmart sweater for double
for more
the
than
price.
Walmart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only that, but at the end of the day, like it's the whole intention of this is to give it to somebody that can actually put it to good use,
Exactly.
and not necessarily have to pay for it if they can't.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
And if you're gonna donate it anyways, donate it to a good cause.
Yes.
Not to somebody that's
Yes.
gonna make money off of it.
Yes. A family in need should be able to receive a bag of clothing for free. Yeah.
I think so. Especially
Yeah.
like there's so much that goes through the dumpsters.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And we change, like our bodies changes. Like
do.
I've gone through probably 5 wardrobes in the last 7 years. Like it's not a, you know what I mean? Like I still have stuff sitting in my wardrobe. I'm actually scared to bring Michelle in to just take a look, because she's gonna be like, "What are you doing?"
What is this?
But sometimes it's a reminder to like what we used to look like,
Exactly.
and you want to make sure that you're never gonna go back to that person.
Yes.
The new person is always going to be competing, and obviously you still want to have that reminder of saying like, that's not me.
Yeah, because it's part of the story of who you are,
Yeah.
know? Some people are like, oh my God, no, you can't come to my house. I'm so embarrassed. I'm like, seriously? Like, even if you have the ugliest thing I've ever seen,
I've seen worse.
I might laugh a little, but you went from this to where you are now, which is incredible. Some people spend their entire lives without evolving. So just the fact that you wore this, and now you're somewhere completely different in your, in your journey. It's wonderful,
Yeah. And there's something to be said about, like, again, dressing really well, looking sharp, looking the part. You know what I mean? We know this from like networking events. When you walk in and you're all very well dressed, you're already exuding a lot of confidence. Like people are just,
Yes.
you're beaming in a way.
Yes. Yeah. And people want to go talk to you, and you want to go talk to these people. Again, it creates conversation. And I find those people interesting. Like, I'm like, okay, tell me about it.
Approachable,
Yeah.
easygoing.
Yes.
It just makes everything easier, everything much better. So tell me a little bit more about, the way that you built the business and how you got it to where it is today. We've talked a little bit more about prospecting here and there, but I just want to know, because I feel like every time someone sits in that seat, the biggest thing they have issues with is sales. And we all got to start somewhere. So tell me a little bit
Yeah.
more about how you handle that. What is it that you do that sets you apart?
Yeah. So for me, you might laugh at this, but I'm a very personable person. I grew up on the East Coast, very friendly atmosphere. When I lived in Spain, it didn't feel any different. Very friendly. I can walk up to somebody and have a conversation, and that's not difficult for me, and I'm very thankful for that. So back in the day, when
That's how we met. Hi, I'm Michelle.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Hi.
wasn't, there was no, okay, yeah,
No.
sure, yeah.
So yeah, back in the day, I built my business. I feel like I didn't struggle very much, because I would literally go into a place like where people were having a drink outside or whatever. I would talk to everybody. What do you do? Here's my card. Oh my God, I love your hair, but I would do this slightly differently. I've always wanted it that way. Oh my goodness, I'm going to come see you. That was the most natural thing in the world, because it just happened that way. Moving to Ottawa, people were a little bit more reserved. I adapted easier in Spain than here. It was like very easy for me.
Extremely.
Yes.
And this is something that to be said with it. And then, like, again, I do not condone this in any way. I'm just mentioning something that I've read a while back about pickup artists and what have you. This one extreme successful pickup artist back in the day had mentioned that Ottawa is probably the hardest city to approach girls, believe it or not.
Yeah, no, I believe it. I'm a girl. So transitioning from different careers, and then I did recruitment for a little while too. I didn't mention that, but When I was in psychology, it was great, but I'm an entrepreneur at heart, and I miss the business side. I miss the hustle of the hair salon, the connecting with people. So I got scouted to work for XLHR for about a year and a half. And there I did a lot of prospecting, like business building, just connecting with clients and building this. So that really set me up for what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I didn't know one person. I think I knew one person in Ottawa when I moved here, and she was a friend from back home. So I really started fresh. And it was, yeah.
And like if you ever seen Michelle at any of the networking events, like she knows everybody.
Yes.
You talk to everybody, you know everybody, you're very approachable, easygoing. I think there's something to be said about any business owner. Like, you have to be comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you're not doing something hard every day, and when I mean hard, like, I don't mean just the gym. That's hard, great, but
Yeah.
also like hard as in like talking to people, like
Yes.
getting out of the comfort zone. One of the biggest things that I do with my children, and I've been doing this since they were 8, 9 years old, and then now they're 16, 17, but I actually, like, whenever we go to a store or something, and like, you know how the kids are always begging to buy something or give me that or
Yes.
give me that.
Yes.
I'm always going, okay, you want it? Go get it. Here's my card. But
Yes.
you're going to have to do the talking and all of that
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
And for my daughter especially, that was like the most uncomfortable thing. But now
Yes.
I can trust that she can go anywhere and take care of herself.
You know what? I was painfully shy as a kid, and my parents made me do that.
Yeah.
Exactly
It's
that.
same thing with my
Yeah.
son. Like my son right now is going through. Last year he was loved that kid. He joined racing, kart racing,
Mm-hmm.
killed it. Like was number one in like 8 races in a row.
Nice.
So decided this year he's going to take it to the next level. He's actually going to put a team together and really just take it to the next level.
That's awesome.
But he needs sponsorship.
Yeah.
So I said, great.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
And he's like, well, are you going to? No, I'm not going to pay you to do it. How much do you need for the whole sponsorship? Oh, about $5,000. I'm like, think of about 10 businesses that you can talk to because they can use that advertising and it's a tax write-off for them. And you can also go out there and get that business.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done that.
Yeah.
He wrote his own letter. He, like, obviously we helped him with it a little bit, but he just started it. In my head, it's not about that. It's not about it's just allowing him to feel that uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah. And it builds integrity. It builds character.
Trust.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It builds a massive trust as well, too, because like you're going out there asking someone to part with their hard-earned money
Yes.
to put into your brand.
Yeah.
What are you going to show for it?
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
said to him, I said, like, if you're not prepared to be there every step of the way, nobody wants to have their logo on your card.
No.
Like you really need to be able to showcase what you're all about. And that's something that you've definitely, I can say it with the utmost respect, you really shine through it.
Thank you so much.
You're always out there. You're always making friends. You're always like,
Yeah.
if there is anyone, and this is something that we do quite often, Sarah and I, like whenever we're having a networking event or whatever, and he's always asking people to be an ambassador. You're one of the best ambassadors we've had. Just go talk to Michelle. She'll take you around. She'll show you. She'll be your best friend.
Yes. And again, not to toot my own horn, I was told that I was a really great stylist, but also a great connector because I know so many people that do so many different things that if someone needs something and I feel like you're the right person for it, I will make that connection.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, it's not for any of my benefit. I just see how both people could grow together.
What goes around comes around.
Yeah, of
always,
course.
always. And then
Yeah.
that's one thing that people are always having that sort of mentality of what's in it for me. You got to come in with that clean conscience of what can I do to help out
Exactly.
this community.
Yeah. And it
You know.
feels good to do that.
Exactly.
It really does.
And
Yeah.
and what happens is like just it comes around.
Yeah,
Like
it
you don't have to force it. It will come around.
Yeah, yeah. So again, to your point, to build the business, I mean, it was a bit of a struggle because people they didn't fully understand personal styling in Ottawa. Why don't you move to Toronto? Why aren't you in Montreal doing this? Like, oh, nobody in Ottawa needs it very badly. So when I started building the business, it was during the pandemic. So my last employed role was at XLHR. And then pandemic happened. We were not hiring anybody. They laid off, I think, 49 people in 10 minutes. It was a big deal, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So being a bit of a workaholic, I'm working on that. It's definitely not a flex. I need to have a life. I was sitting on my couch and I'm like, I've never been unemployed. Not since I was 14 years old. I don't know what to do. So I took a breath and I freaked out for 8 minutes. I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And then I was just like, I've been complaining that I don't have enough time for my fashion projects, like the stuff that I really am passionate about. So I researched online. I took my severance pay from the company, and I bought a personal styling course that I could now do from my couch because the world had shut down.
Yeah.
So I did that. I reached out to my friends. I applied at Nordstrom at the time. It was open. They had a personal styling team that would sell very high-end things. I didn't grow up with things like that, so I started in their little like sports/lingerie section just to get known and just to understand retail. I had never really done that. Then I moved on to the personal styling team. I was doing that about 2 days a week. I also got a position to work in film and TV where I would, again, fix people just a little bit. They'll be like, hey, can you come? It's at like 3 a.m. in the middle of Arnprior. I was like, yes, I will be there. So, just being reliable and showing up and being passionate and learning the ropes. I went forward very quickly in that role. I became what we called truck supervisor. It's a funny name, but my role at the end on film was to set up all the outfits for all the scenes because a movie is not filmed like, day 1, scene 1. It's like day 13, scene 46, and then you skip to day 1. So you have to be very organized into knowing what every single person is going to wear. So I would do that. I would do a film, which takes about 3 weeks, would work on clients, would work on building my clientele, go to networking, do this, do that, do another film to supplement my income, work a little bit at Nordstrom, then film got too much, had to let Nordstrom down a little bit. But I was always building a clientele. The people that I was meeting at Nordstrom, they would request me to be like, wow, Michelle really boosted my confidence. Like we just like, we changed my wardrobe, we changed my life, we changed what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So that was very validating for me to keep going. And even though the times were very hard, there were times I'm like, what am I doing? Like, am I going to make it? I just kept doing film a little here and there for about 2 years until I had enough clients. I think I had about 100 something clients at the time. And I was just like, I'm going to take the plunge because the time on film was taking away from me building my business. So I took a deep dive. I said, I'm going to do it. I incorporated it. I started building and building. And now for the past 2 years, I've been working only with clients.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So what's the next step for Michelle and the business?
So exciting. Well, I just entered into a partnership that I can't announce just yet. It'll be announced in a couple of weeks, which very much complements what I do. So that'll be just a little thing, as part of our growth. I have an intern right now. I'm training her to do a little bit more for me. And I had 2 people approach me recently as well. A couple men, actually, because as much as I love dressing men and I'm good at it, I'm not a man. I've never had the body of a man and I never will. So there's a couple things that you guys know and are looking for that I would love that help. Even if it's someone working with me about once a week, just to tell me what it is to be a man and what men like. I would love that. And also, I think eventually I would like to have, a space where people could come in and then do the color assessments and try on different things from my favorite brands that I really trust and then help people buy online because buying online is a whole different ballgame. People get very confused.
It's insane.
They lose money like crazy, and I want to help with that.
And especially
as well.
with the whole, you bring it home and, you can't return it or, the return policy is, Amazon changing it.
Exactly.
I'm not harping on Amazon. I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah.
But, it's not the same. I am of the school of, I want to feel it, touch it, put it on, try it, see what it looks like. Although I'm a very quick shopper in and out, but I still want to try it. I still want to see how does it look on me. Does it complement my body? Does it make it look weird? What is it? Is it going to make me feel good about myself? That outer health in a way.
Exactly. Yeah.
There's so much to talk about with Michelle. I could probably talk for hours, and we always do this. At our networking events, we're just off to the corner talking for a good 15, 20 minutes, and then
okay.
I gotta say hi to everybody else.
We should talk to more people. Yeah.
But love it, just completely love it.
Yeah.
And we're definitely going to have to bring you in at some point to take a look at my wardrobe. And I'm not going to tell anybody how it went. It's just going to be my secret. And we'll bury it. We'll hatch. We'll
I'm
bury
very
the hatchet
confidential.
as well.
I've kept this from psychology and all the secrets that I've been told throughout my my careers, they all stay with me in the vault. Yeah.
Really enjoy it. Again, Michelle, thank you so much for coming on the podcast and letting people know it's very something very, very dear to my heart is that sort of being out there, being confidence, exuding confidence, having that outer health in a way. That's something that you can't put a dime on it, even if it's, even if it means like, I'm going to save a little bit and get that suit or get that sort of dress that you're looking for. Do it, because at the end of the day, it's going to make you feel so much better. And it's going to, put your mind at ease, like when you're going into interviews, meetings, what have you. It's going to take you to the next level in your career, business, and all of that stuff. So really do it. Michelle, thank you. Really appreciate it. Couldn't thank you enough. And we'd probably be talking for hours if we don't have a time constraint. And for folks that are watching, thank you so much for watching. If you like what you see, please don't forget to hit the like button. Send this episode to someone that, looking for some help. You never know. Michelle can definitely help him out. I've seen wonders from what she's done from some of the people that I know that she's helped out. Although she's very confidential, but they tell me that, Michelle did. And if you like what you see, like I said, hit the like button, share the episode. And don't forget to hit the subscribe as well, too. So any episodes like this, any businesses in the city that you think of could, come on, let us know. And hit the bell icon so you can get alerted with it. Thanks again. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.